All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 47 of 108 days of Internal Alchemy with me, Sara. It's time to turn up the energy a notch. Can the real Slim Shady please stand up? So today we're going to stand up, but before we are standing up, we have to open up the the ankles and the feet. So welcome to today, and get in position and feel into the body and just see how we are doing today. So we are never overriding our powers. We are never overriding our energies. We are fully aligned, and we always we position our energy right under the energy levels we have today. So we never position ourselves over. We feel into the body, and then we position ourselves slightly under, and that's where we work from. That's how you raise the bottom line, always. So it's time to be your own Daddy Boastin. So that there's a transmission coming through while we are opening up. If you're new here, this is a experiment in human potential, guided by God, fueled by Jesus, and awareness by the Buddha. So I'm exploring my own human potential, and it's leading me to these three people. And that was not my intention, but that's where I am. So I follow. So something extraordinary is happening, and I'm being called forward. So my biggest thing has always been, what energy am I leading with? And because I have there's something very strong inside of me. But that has been very infiltrated and very manipulated with. So it's been difficult for me to know exactly who is my true voice and true energy. But that is coming forward, and because I'm releasing the fear. So because I'm releasing all the fear from my body, the trueness of who I am can present itself naturally. So this seeking and looking for someone who we are, and finding our voice and such, that is the energy that I am releasing. The constant looking for something, it's about releasing the fear so that you softly can return to who you are. That doesn't mean that there's not shit tons of energy behind it, but there's a difference between impact and intention. So that's what we're going to talk about. So breath of life, open up. So I start on my knees, taking a little bit gently. I've already been to the gym, doing this for about an hour and a half. Allowing my creativity to open up, my channel to open up, and then I came back home, and then this is coming through. So I'm opening up. So I'm starting to show you how I work with my body. So it's time for me to not hold back. So I've given you enough so that you can hold your own. You are sovereign beings, and I need to treat you like that. Otherwise, we're going to grow slowly. So I'm putting a lot of energy into this movement. So I'm clearing my whole energetic line. So the hip and the leg, and they are related like cross. So this one is to this one. So I go like that. So when I go like this, you see I stretch this side, but what I'm opening up is, so we go. So this is the next level breath of life, when we do the crossing over, because then we start to really move the fascia, and we open up the hips. there's a line here that goes all the way from the hand that you're posting on. So both sides are involved, but they are opening up in a completely different way. So if this is heavy, you can stay here. And it's not, no, let me rephrase that. No. If it's heavy, that implied that there's a difference, that it's a easy way of doing it and a hard way of doing it. That's not true. All movements are correct. They are just different, and all bodies are drawn to different movements because of different reasons. So what I'm saying is, if you do this slow, it works on one certain level of the body energetically. If you do it strongly, it works on a completely different level of the energy in the body. So this is actually way heavier for me. So then I stay here because I'm opening up the body. I'm opening up the front side of so the quads. And this is the meridians. I'm opening up the energy lines. I'm not strengthening my muscles. I'm opening up the energy lines because from the get-go, I just wanted to lose the fat over here. But now I realize it's connected to my human potential. So now I just want to get rid of the illusions. So this is, you can see how everything is centered here for me. So as I'm opening up here, I'm opening up the hips. And I'm clearing the illusions connected to these areas. Ooh. Okay, so I have a lot of energy there. So I'm going to slow down a little bit. So that probably means that everyone needs to pace. So it's all about pacing. You can't ever be under constant pressure in any kind of form. That's not what, we're not built to that. If we are, that is what creates trauma. However, we can look at trauma as something devastating, or we can look at trauma as something liberating. If you're here, I think that you are probably as interested in sci-fi and nerds stuff. But the thing is, it's all documentary, and I'm just realizing so much about the energetics. It's time to be my own Daddy Boastin. It's like I can't pretend, to be something that I'm not. Magic is real. Sorcery is real. Magicians are real. It's fantastic. It's phenomenal. But you can use it for that's where your intention versus impact. It's all about the intention. What are we leading with? And that's why we have to open up the body so that the true self can lead, and that we will never, ever have to be afraid of being misunderstood or end up in bad situations or bad circumstances, because you are led by your intention and the purity of your heart. And if you are guided into the fire, it's because you have work there. There's something to be done. That's it. Okay. So this is where it's very important to start to activate your root lock, because that will determine the level of energy you're pushing up the spine. So you're moving energy up the spine with these movements. And if the root lock is not activated, it's like we're cleaning too high. We want to bring from the root so that everything is connected, so we can access our full strength as we are, setting the intention to clear whatever is false. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to clear everything that is false, that is not me, that is not God, that is not Christ consciousness, that is not aligned with the awareness and the level of teachings and silence that the Buddha teaches. I'm not interested. If it ain't that, I'm not interested. And that's like, I'm setting my boundary. And that's what I'm teaching, that anything that is not truly me, doesn't matter if you're not believe in the the Buddha or the Jesus, because I didn't do that either. So I can't blame anyone for that, or God either for that instance. So that's fine. So the Daddy Boastin is an artist, a Swedish artist. He's originally from, I don't know, he's a black reggae African guy. I've never listened to him, but I know of him because he was famous in Sweden. So when this transmission was coming through, and I was like, what is the energy that I'm aligning with, that is coming through me? And what came through was like, you got to be your own Daddy Boastin. And I'm like, Daddy Boastin, who's that? And they're like, he's Swedish? I'm like, huh. And then I start to listen to his music, and he's rapping in Swedish, and he's singing to the bad guys, you know, the kids growing up in gangs, like, don't be a bad guy, you know, be a good guy. And he's like Simba's father, you know, he's like a magical energy teacher, but they grew up also like me, like in the lower class neighborhoods, you know, when the kids really need a father figure. So it's like the energy of the father figure that I didn't have growing up, that I had to create myself. And then we build a false sense of courage, a false sense of confidence. It doesn't mean that the confidence that is truly me is false. It just means that there's an imprint where I'm not properly energetically set up. That's all. So what I'm here to tell you is the traumas doesn't matter. Everything is fixable. It's like you have a boat, and the traumas is like the holes. The child doesn't know. The grown-up knows. Okay, I'll plug that one. I'll plug that one. I'll plug that. Okay, I row. Okay, the water is coming up that fast. This is how far I have left. I'm gonna make it. Okay. I'll plug this one just to have a more nice ride. Okay, you know, and I'm getting into short. That's the grown-up. That's the grown-up that I'm talking to. You have that grown-up inside of you, as I did. We just got to be our own Daddy Boastin. And that means everything that you need is inside of you. Everything that you need is available for you in the present moment. That is what that means. What does it mean? What does God mean to me? That means I have all the answers available for me in the present moment. The Buddha teaches me how to listen, you know, what is, you know, getting to know the silence and realize that, okay, that's where you see the difference between the illusions. Because once you slow down, there's a level of charades that is going on, that is on, this is me, like the real Slim Shady needs to stand up. It's a very low level of intelligence. Any smart person can see this through. I'm just saying you're so much smart. I'm not saying people are stupid. I'm just saying we are so much smarter than we think we are, and that we have been trained to. And that's the energy that you hear coming through me, because I'm like, enough with the nonsense, enough with the stupidity, enough with the, like, how is this not possible that everyone can see that there's, you know, we're in the charade of something. And once we kind of stop and just listen and we slow down, it doesn't take much. It honestly doesn't take much. And that's what I see in the people that is working with me now, because people are just, oh my God, that. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you. So if you're here with me, you're one of these smart people. I know it. That's what I wanted to get to. You're smart. Act like it. Be your own Daddy Boastin. Believe in yourself. You know, because that's not what the world is reflecting back to us at the moment, that we're enough, that we're good, that we're, you know, I believe in you. I believe that you have something magical inside of you. that everyone has, just like I do. If I have this inside of me, what do you have? You know, we're equals. We're all this. So open up your body and find out. That's what I'm teaching, you know. Find out who you are underneath all that nonsense. On that note, it's time for the real Slim Shady to please stand up. So now, and this is one of the parts that I've been nervous about, like, oh, what about the setup and the computer and the nonsense, you know, in the thing. And, you know, it's just a part of me that's like, just do the damn thing. So this is what I'm doing. So if you have a stick, this is where you say hello to it. So I'm just gonna meditate a little bit with this. If you don't have one, get one, because this is fun. This is a fantastic, simple tool that we're gonna use. I'm just showcasing some of my very little skills with this. I picked this up just a few months ago. I don't know nothing about this. The fact that I'm standing here acting like I have something to teach you, that is fucking Daddy Boastin all over, because I don't know where we're going. I just know we're doing this. And I know that my people, the ladies that I've already worked with, they are already on board, because they're like grabbing this like they know what it's. So this is the co-working stick. This is our friend. This is the representative of the Daddy Boastin. So the Daddy Boastin is the masculine energy. What is the masculine energy? Confidence, support, structure. So this is me inviting you to do your own spinal flow standing if you don't have a stick. If you have a stick, you bring it in. So this is like a playmate, not the bunny one. I like the bunny ones too, but you know, it's not a bunny. I got to show who I am. So my coach, I'm starting to show myself for her. And she replied to me this morning and she said, I think you're way more badass than you show. And I'm like, yeah, that is absolutely true. But my thing has been, because my voice has been so strong, my transmissions are so strong, I've been afraid. And also I've been trained by a false god. I have been trained by a false god. So there has been imprints inside of me that I've been having to clear. But that's just how, you know, that's how we learn. We dance with the wrong, you know, person, and we, you know, that's life. That's the whole thing. So we can't allow that to mean anything about ourselves. That's the Daddy Boastin. That's the Daddy Boastin. It doesn't mean anything what you've done, what you learned, what things you did or who you did it to. It doesn't mean anything. It's just not going to take you to a good place. But if you keep hammering yourself about what you've done wrong, then that's not Christ. You know, that's the opposite. Okay, so this is perfect to start to. This is how we warm up the legs. So even if you have your own Daddy Boastin or not, it's just, you know, even if I do like this without it, it's fine, you know. I'm not leaning against, but when I grab it, there's just a different energy. I can go deeper. I can become stronger just because I'm holding on to this. So this is we have the masculine energies everywhere around us. And this is such a powerful, so now my body is going into tremors. Oh my God, quads cramping. So I hold the cramp because that's the freeze that the body is working through. So I breathe through that. I relax the rest of the body. I hold on to this. So then I can stand here. If that would have been here, I've been more like a noodle. The energy would be going everywhere. So this is a different way of doing it. This is more uncontrolled. This requires more, this is more advanced. But that's how I do it, because I'm my own masculine. This is where I'm 100% masculine, I'm 100% feminine. I'm on my own masculine, and I hold my own structure. And I allow the storm of the emotions, the storm of the experience to. But when I feel like I don't want to do that anymore, that's not the experience I need right now. I've done this, so this is what I did this morning. I'm just doing it to showcase how I can regulate my own energies. So once I grab this, I gain my power back. I become something else. And this is how I play with it as a meditation. And this is what I'm going to teach. So this is just playing. I'm not going to teach you. I'm giving you a transmission, and you just do. Because if I start to teach you, you start to get into your head, and that's not how I teach. So I just let you watch me, because this is how I learn. I just watch people, and I just get the transmission, and I know that my people are the same. So I just play with it. I've never picked up these things before. I've never done this. And this is the beginning. So this is how we open up the wrists. So we open up the fascia, we open up the heart. So this is how I open up my heart, because it's been infiltrated by a false god, but my heart knew what was real, so it has just contracted. That's why we close down. That's why we become suspicious. Who's there? What do they really mean? Because we've been hurt. It's a natural response. There's nothing wrong with it. I just had to look at the time. The heart is not one organ. The heart is layers. It's an energetic organ, and it's layers of fascia. There's nothing inside. There's nothing inside the heart like that. It's layers of fascia. So when we open up the fascia around the heart, gently like this, we are showcasing, and we're walking with our chest. Oh, you hear my voice. You hear my voice is cracking in real time. Something is opening up. Oh my God. And this is so fluent. This is so easy. So this shows me that I'm doing something correctly. I'm on the right track. So this is me coming alive. So when I'm my own Daddy Boastin, and I have the guts and the glory to show up like this, just be myself, no script, no nothing, just allowing myself to come alive, something happens. And that's what I offer in my spaces, for you to come alive and reveal yourself with what is going on, and we can gently, reveal and unfold. It doesn't mean that it feels like it's gentle, but it is a gentle process. Okay, so all of these sessions from now on is you playing in your own body. Playing with creation is how you open up the body. So you follow me, but you can also do your complete own thing. You can lie on the floor and just do tremors and just look at me what I'm doing, and come back to this in 6 months. You do whatever this, you do you, boo, as the sovereign you are. Okay, so now I'm opening up the inside of the thighs. It hurts so much. But when I have this, it doesn't feel that bad. I can stand here, and I notice that the tremors are coming. That means I'm accessing the energy so quickly. The body is responding so quickly. Once it starts to realize that, I'm not ever going to override it. Ever, 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 ever. And this is how I build my capacity, and that I can move energy stronger through my body. And as I do that, my body slims down. So if your tremors aren't active, you you go like this. Shake the legs. So we're shaking everything alive. We're waking up. Enlightenment, awakening. It's not the mind, it's the body you have to awaken. And the mind, or the awareness, the consciousness. So then I start to jump, so something is awakening. So it's funny because you can, when you are on the floor like this, if you don't have a stick, you kind of jump on your toes. On this part. This part is called bubbling springs in traditional Chinese medicine. And if you go like this, you realize, yeah, it's the bubbling springs. So if you don't have bubbling springs, like I mean, I was like this, I could not jump for, wow, I've been so solid. So this is a real thing for me to awaken this in my body. There's like a happiness, a playfulness, like a, instead I was walking around like a tank. I don't know, whatever protection that was. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Let it go. Goodbye. But I'm noticing that there's someone very fit under there that just like, let's go and do the damn thing. Daddy Boastin is waking up. Okay. Wow, I feel so liberated standing up. There's like something is just opening up inside of me that is just so nice. And I'm embracing my strength and my ability to transmit. And I think what I wasn't trusting. There was like a doubt in myself that, is this really, And I think that that's a doubt that we all go through when we are stepping into who we are. And that's what I'm here to showcase also. Like, even if I'm stepping into something enormously powerful, like enormously, like way beyond something that I could ever even dream of, there's a doubt that we have to walk through. And that's the Daddy Boastin. It's like, that's the conviction. So that's how the only energy I can relate to is this guy. That's just the level of courage that it takes to kind of claim something, and the level that he was claiming. I mean, my God. So I don't know. The only thing that comes to me is the power that is invested in me. That's the term that came out. I don't know. I've never been religious, and these things comes flying out of me. It's not a coincidence. It's just not a coincidence. And this is what makes life fun. Okay. Let me know in the comments, how are you feeling to this new energy? So this is me second guessing myself. This is the doubt coming in, like, did I do good? Okay, Daddy Boastin, did I do good? You did fucking awesome. Okay. Miracle Alchemy Mastermind begins August 26th. Expect extraordinary transformation, because I will mirror back your own brilliance, and I will mirror back, this is the illusions that you are holding yourself back from. That's my skill. That's my gift. That's what I do. Like, comment, subscribe. If you like this, tell a friend. Like, maybe you would appreciate this lady over here. She's doing something. Don't know what it is, but it feels good. We don't know what it is. We don't have to put it in words. It's a feeling. Life is a feeling, remember? I told you over there. Okay, I gotta go now. Love you. See you tomorrow.